Hello everyone and welcome back. So today we are going to do Rod's Route, Chapter 5. I believe this is the second to last chapter in his series before we get the best ending. Sorry, they're both good endings. So I want to try to finish Rod's Route within the next few days at least, just because there's only 3 more chapters left. Well, 2 chapters, and then I'll just show you the difference between the other options and like the not as good ending, the good ending, yeah, the best ending, good ending, I should say that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Tonight is the night of the ball. I sit alone in front of my mirror, staring at my reflection. It's been a long time since I dressed up like this. Usually when I must show my face at balls as crown princess, I did not put so much effort into my appearance. Not when I'm likely to excuse myself early. But tonight, things are different. Tonight, people will actually be expecting me. In fact, they are waiting for me to arrive. The thought makes me nervous. I will never like being the center of attention. A knock startles me from my thoughts. It's me. Can I come in? You may. I like her hair. Rod steps inside. The minute he sees me, his eyes widen and his mouth falls open. Like, I like this little, like, button thing. It's so cute. I want to see the flaw of it. Has no one told you it's rude to stare? Rod turns away, cheeks flushed. I'm sorry, you just look so... He takes a deep breath as he approaches. You look radiant. His voice is so tender, his words so soft that it makes my heart flutter. Thank you. I clear my throat. What are you doing here? I had something I wanted to talk with you about before the ball. It's about Prince Lance. Emmett told me about the 2 of them, as I suspected. Rod leans against the wall, suddenly looking put out. She told me she only waited to tell me because she's worried I'd drive him away. Did you not do such things in the past? Rod sighs. So she did talk to you. Rod runs a hand through his hair and grumbles. I can't help being protective of Em. She's got a good heart, and I don't want anyone taking advantage of it, or her. Emmeline is lucky to have you as a brother. I'm even luckier to have her as a sister. Rod looks at me. I imagine you played some role in convincing Em to tell me. Thank you. I'm glad she confided in you. And I'm glad you did not respond melodramatically. Me? Melodramatic? You must be thinking of Prince Claude. Rod shakes his head. Besides, I spent a year with Prince Lance. I know he's a good man. I trust him to treat Em the way she deserves to be treated. He must be good if he has your seal of approval. Rod coughs, cheeks flush. Anyway, about the ball. Rod extends a hand to me. It's starting soon, and I'd be humbled to lead you there. I grasp Rod's hand, marveling at the solid warmth of it. All I want is to spend every day hand in hand with him, doing things together, bantering together. And I feel somehow that this ball will bring us one step closer. I would not have it any other way. Rod kisses my hand one last time, then tucks it into the crook of his arm as we make our way to the throne room. All eyes immediately fall on us when we are announced upon our entrance. There is applause followed by praising murmurs. I glance at Rod out of the corner of my eye and notice how stiff he is. I can sympathize. I lean in toward him and whisper, Are you alright? Yeah, you know me. I've never liked crowds. I'm sorry, I still have like a little bit of like congestion, so if you just hear me like for the next few days just clearing my throat, that's why. Apologies. I smile. And yeah, your high dancer performs in front of them all the time. Maybe, but I'm not here as a dancer. I'm here as your lover. He looks embarrassed when he says the words, but it's an embarrassment that stems from his feelings of unworthiness. I place my hand over his arm and smile gently. I, for one, could not be happier everyone is seeing us together tonight. I want every day to be like this, me and you together. Rod blushes. This, if it isn't the most majestic ice princess. I recognize the voice immediately. Sure enough, when I look up, Claude is striding toward us with a bright grin on his face. It's been too long, was that? It has, hasn't it? Hello, Claude. I'm sad you haven't come to visit us yet. You know I cannot, not with a tenant from you. As a tenant bear, I must stay close to the crystalline. Perhaps someday in the future I can master my control over enough to leave, but for now I must remain. Ah, such responsibilities are a heavy burden. All you have to do is shrug off your responsibilities. Call him out, Rod. Rod, I am insulted. You're always hiding in the garden or wandering around town, doing very important things. Do you know how many people we entertain in that garden? Upkeep is vital, and the town visits are my way of getting to know my future subjects. Whatever you say. I call strategically to break apart the conversation. Are the Brigantian king and queen here tonight? No, unfortunately they were too busy with their foreign dignitaries to attend. Llama and I are here on their behalf. Llama? I'd appreciate it if you'd call me by my name, Claude. A man suddenly stands behind Claude. The similarities between he and Claude are striking. I can never forget his face. Hello, Prince Lance. It's a pleasure to see you again. The pleasure is all mine, Princess Suzette, returned Mr. Rod. And it's great to see you in such wonderful company. Hello again, Rod. I have no idea you were courting the princess. What a pleasant surprise this is. Claude smirks. I'm glad to know there's a reason for the trail of broken hearts you left behind in Brigantia. Rod suddenly looks extremely uncomfortable. It's okay, I already knew about that. Wait, you do? Seppi told us. Rod grins. And this is why I can't bring him anywhere. Claude grins. Rod was very popular. I heard musicians singing songs about him when last I was in town. Rod looks horrified. What? Claude nudges his brother. Enough of your tall tales, Llama. It's not a tall tale. You're just disappointed they're no longer singing that chameleon prince song. Nonsense. They glare at each other. I don't know why I said nonsense like that. That was kind of dramatic. Anyway, I clear my throat. Thank you both for taking care of Rod while he was in Brigantia. The brothers paused to smile at me. Of course, it was our pleasure. I echo the sentiment. I do what I can to assist them with matters of the heart. We were lucky to have Rod, and Rod is lucky to have you, Princess Susa. I am the lucky one. Rod taught me what goodness was in a way no one else ever could. He helped me break my curse. He went to Brigantia for me. Claude sighs. And here I thought you went because you thought my invitation was enticing. Lance sighs. I'd caution anyone against accepting one of your invitations. Ever. We were having such a pleasant conversation before you showed up, Llama. And I was having such a pleasant time before I ever heard you throwing that nickname around. Rod leans closer to whisper in my ear as brothers bicker. Everything you said, you know I feel the same way, right? Without you, I would have never broken my curse. Without you, I might have died. And then we saved each other. I can feel Rod's smile against my ear. It sounds like we were meant to be together. Aw, he's so cute. He's so cute. Rod plants a soft kiss on my temple. He holds away and I notice Claude smiling at us. How delightful it is to watch two people in love bonding over each other. Especially when those people are good people. You too. What's that? I turn to see Emily walking straight toward us. I've been looking all over you. Kinda sad homegirl didn't get a ball outfit. I would have loved to see that. It would have been so cute. But I guess, I mean, like, you know. She's a side character. Oh, she reasons when she sees the brothers. She immediately curtsies. I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were in the middle of a conversation. No apologies necessary, Princess Emmeline. It's a pleasure to see you again. Glances at Lance, who is beaming unabashedly at Emmeline. I'll just make myself scarce. He gestures into the crowd. I could have sworn I passed by Lady Parfait and Lady Delora. I had to go catch up. Claude excuses himself with a bow and a wink. I was gonna say a bow again. Lance laughs awkwardly. Typical karma. The smile returns when he turns to Emmeline. Good evening, Princess Emmeline. It's good to see you in person after all this time. You look beautiful tonight. Emmeline flushes as she smiles back. Thank you. You look very handsome yourself. Lance, can we speak in private? Rod glances at the crowded ballroom, or more proudly at least. Lance looks unfazed. Of course. Princess Emmeline, Princess Lisette. I'll catch up with you later. With a bow, Lance excuses himself and he and Rod walk off together. I'm wondering if maybe I shouldn't have told Rod after all. I shake my head. Rod already told me he trusts Prince Lance. I would not worry. Oh, he mentioned this to you? Briefly. Rod is glad he told him, Emmeline. Emmeline sighs. I can never hide anything from Rod for long. She eyes the men as they disappear into the crowds. I really hope he doesn't do anything to scare Lance off. While we talk, something suddenly occurs to me. Did you come all this way looking for Lance? Oh, no. I came to tell you I'd seen Lady Parfait and the rest of the marching goers. Claude mentioned seeing them passing too. They must be somewhere nearby. Thank you for letting me know. Of course, I'll be with Viorca and Desmond. Try not to worry about Prince Lance. Everything will be fine. I hope so. Thank you, Lisette. Oh my gosh. We part ways. I head in the direction Claude was moving earlier, and sure enough, I see familiar faces from the marching. Claude stands in front of me. Oh my god, why do I do this every time? I do this every year. I smile as I approach. I'm glad to see you all can make it. Lisette, how lovely to see you. We could never miss a celebration like this, especially when the Grump invited us himself. Grump? She must be talking about Rod. I was unaware he sent these invitations himself. The Chevalier steps forward, sweeping into an overdramatic bow. You look stunning in the dress, Lisette, like a queen. Your flattery is, as always, overbearing. It's a simple compliment, Your Royal Highness. Claude and Chevalier smile at each other, but there's a palpable tension in the air. It's good to know some things never change. A soft laugh cuts through the banter. Anise steps out and curtsies. Hello! Oh my god, it's been... Is this the first time we've seen Anise in Rod's route? I think so. I don't think she's appeared yet. Thank you so much for the invite, Princess Lisette. I could be wrong though. It has been a very long time in between my playthrough of each of the chapters. I remember the main storyline, but I don't remember like side things, you know. That's also my bad. I'm just a dumb bitch, you know. She looks wonderstruck, her eyes gleaming in a way I've never seen before. It occurs to me this is the first time she's probably been back at the palace since I really fired her. She spins around, a bright smile on her face. This is all so very much like a dream. It's so good to see her so happy. It's good to see everyone so happy. The only people who are missing from the usual crowd are Lady Parfait. As if summoned the knights by thought alone, Cherry and Garland approach with bright smiles. Cherry and Garland, it's been too long. About that, I'm sorry we haven't been by. We've had so many new recruits and many more training sessions, I'm sure. We've heard all about it. Garland smiles. It's been very busy around here, even more so with fall preparations. Someday soon, when things have calmed down, we'll visit again. Julian always talks about how much he misses your casserole, Anise. It's not just the casserole, it's all the food. Your cooking is exquisite, Anise. You have no idea how much that compliment means to me, Lady Julian. While the knights reminisce over the meals we shared together, Delora turns to me, eyebrows raised. I can't believe we're talking about the good old days without the Grump. What's he up to now? He's discussing something personal with Prince Lance. Claude snorts. Personal. I hope Rod makes Llama squirm. Llama? Lance. Thankfully, the topic for conversation shifts after that, as we begin discussing current happenings. The witches talk about the youth they have been training. Anise mentioned she's been working out of Chevalier's clinic, and Claude talks at length about Brigantian politics no one cares about. Oof! Drag him, Lucette! I mean, I love Claude. Claude is ultimately, like, my favorite character in the series. But I think it's funny when people drag him. An hour passes, and eventually I excuse myself to go look for Rod. Why in the world is taking Rod so long? I make my way through the crowd when two noblewomen call out to me. Good evening, Your Highness. They curtsy. We come to thank you for the invitation. The gathering has been lovely. I'm glad to hear it. There's a brief silence as two ladies glance at each other and then, forgive our curiosity, but may we inquire about your bow? One can't help but be curious. I hear he was a commoner who built a reputation for himself from the ground up. How admirable. Princess Lucette, do you mind if I ask you a question? Yes? Before Sir Rod, had no one else caught your fancy, yes? So, it goes without saying that there's something special about Sir Rod. What is it that attracted you to him? Their curiosity seems harmless enough, but nonetheless caught off guard by the question. What drew me to Rod? Obviously, he's a good dancer. He's hardworking. I've never met someone who works as hard as him. He works tirelessly for those he loves. Rod lets nothing stand in his way. His stubborn, true, but dedication is admirable. He inspires me every moment of every day. I don't know if you can hear that, that's the washer going off. Oops. First Lady sighs, almost dreamily. Yours sounds like a match made in heaven. Truly, I'm a little envious. I am very envious. My heart swells with pride. It's good to hear them say those words. It's proof that others really do see Rod as competent, and as you put it, worthy. I'm lucky to have him in my life. I part ways with the women in search for Rod. I draw closer to the throne where Father sits. Some emotion I do not understand flickers across his face as he beckons me forward. Ophelia sits beside his father, a soft smile on her face. You wanted to see me? Indeed, I believe his speech is in order. My heart hitches. Father, I'd rather not. This is a speech you'll want to hear, Lucette. Father holds up his hand, a signal that causes the musicians to stop playing. The quiet settles quickly. My father clears his throat. First of all, I would like to thank you all for being here tonight. We've had much to celebrate during these peaceful years, but tonight we're here to celebrate someone who's very special to me. Tonight we're here to celebrate my daughter. I fight the urge to step behind the throne as Father gestures toward me. I take a deep breath as I move to stand beside him. It's been 2 years since my daughter, Lucette Riella Britton, became the Tenbra bearer. She's already accomplished much in these 2 years. It's because of her we know this current peace. Tonight, we celebrate her hard work. There's more applause. I fight to keep my expression calm as my heart flutters, but it's not just nerves sitting in the pit of my stomach. There's also warmth, pride. Father holds up a hand, quieting the chamber. But that is not the only reason we celebrate tonight. My father only offers a soft knowing smile before he gestures into the crowd. As if on some silent cue, the crowd parts, revealing Rod, who approaches the throne quietly. Rod? His name is a whisper on my lips. The room is so silent I can hear Rod take a deep breath. Princess Lucette. Despite the calmness of his expression, his voice is shaky. I love you with all my heart, Lucette. Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna cry. Oh my god, this is so cute. The words proclaimed so confidently in front of so many people caused tears to form in my eyes. My biggest wish is to spend the rest of my days with you, to give you everything you could ever want. And I hope with all my heart that you will give me that honor. It's a proposal. Oh my god, guys. Rod pulls out a small box out of his pocket, and my heart skips a beat when he kneels in front of me. Vaguely, I'm aware of the gasps and whispers from the crowd, but the sound of my own nervous heartbeat is loudest. Rod opens the box, revealing a ring with a beautiful golden stone in the center. This is Princess Lucette Riella Britton, daughter of King Henario. Did I say Henario or Genario? I'm gonna go with Henario because it's like the Spanish. Spanish? I think it's a Spanish term. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I am blanking out a little bit. I can't remember what I did. Anyway, he's Henario from now on. Henario. Brendan III. Will you do me the honor of becoming my wife? Despite my best efforts, tears slide down my cheeks as I smile. It'd be my honor. As Rod... Oh, fuck! Why would I always do that at the important moments? As Rod stands beside the ring on my finger, I'm filled with joy. I feel buoyant. I throw my arms around him and bury my face in the crook of his neck as the audience cheers. I barely hear the sound. My focus is on Rod's hands resting on the small of my back. I love you, Rod. I love you too, Lucette. A toast for my daughter and her fiancé. The music starts again, the triumphant notes filling the ballroom. I'm relieved when slowly but surely the crowd's eyes fall away from us. I pull away from Rod as father steps forward. Before I can react, he pulls me into a tight embrace. Congratulations, Lisette. I'm shocked to see tears shimmering in his eyes. My father chuckles softly, thinking of my expression of wonder. Even us hardened old men can be sentimental. I'll have you know he's been teary-eyed for days. My father gives Ophelia a look and she smiles back, her own eyes glossy with tears. The sight makes my heart full. How long have you both known about this? For a while. Rod had to ask me for permission for your hand after all. There was much pondering over when to make the official announcement. I thought the ball might be a good opportunity. Ophelia is ever the thoughtful planner. It was a good idea, but even if doing that in front of all these people was terrifying. Rod rubs the back of his neck's cheek, blushed. Thank the gods I don't have to do something like that again. Oh, ruling requires addressing the crowds quite often. Rod groans. I'd prefer to take this one step at a time. Very, very slowly. Well then, it's a good thing we are both very patient. Rod beams at me. He points over my shoulder. I did not realize why until someone grabbed me and pulls me to a tight hug. Congratulations, Lisette. I'm so happy for you. Congratulations. I pull her with a laugh. Emmeline is practically bouncing on her heels, with Sebby perched on her shoulder. Thank you, Emmeline. Sebby. Phew, I'm glad I made it in time to see that proposal. I told you I'd come back for you, Sebby. So that surprise you both mentioned. Emmeline laughs. It was so hard to keep this a secret. The day Rod showed me the ring in the throne room and you came in, she shakes her head. I was so nervous I was going to give it away. So that thing you were hiding behind your back was the ring? Rod smiles. Emmeline was so nervous she took it out of the room with her. She almost ruined the surprise. But I didn't. Sebby coughs. So now that the secret's out of the bag, are you going to start taking me places again, Rod? Maybe. Maybe. I know what you're fixing between you two, you know. Don't worry, Sebby. You can come spend the days with me if you like. Sebby sighs. You're not going back to New York anytime soon, are you? Because my cheeks still hurt. The music in the ballroom changes, going from a soft melody to a lively waltz. I recognize it immediately. Rod's eyes light up. I know the song. It's for Burgondian Waltz. His eyes are glimmering when he turns to me. May I have this dance, Lisette? He looks so hopeful, so excited. It's been a long time since he looked so carefree. I grasp his hand with a grin. Of course. Rod pulls me gently toward the ballroom floor, and the two of us effortlessly fall into the dance routine he taught me. For a time, the two of us are lost in each other's movements. I let Rod lead me through twirl after twirl, match each other's movements perfectly. Rod grins. You really improved. Improved? If you were to challenge me right now, I would win. Oh. His fingers settle on my hips. I stumble at the abrupt movement, nearly falling into his chest as he laughs. I would challenge you right now, but I don't want to embarrass you in front of everyone. He stopped my foot down, close to his instep. Rod steps away with a smirk. Next time we're in here alone, I challenge you, and I will win. Rod laughs. That's it. That's the spirit I fell in love with. Rod pulls me to another underarm twirl. I glance around during the turn and notice Princess Lance and Emmeline dancing not too far from us. Rod sees me looking and raises an eyebrow. You didn't ever tell me how your talk with Prince Lance went. Rod shrugs. It was fine. That's all you have to say? Well, I only really wanted to make sure he was serious about courting my sister. And? He said he was, as expected. As far as I'm concerned, I don't need to ask anything else. I know Prince Lance and I trust him to treat Emmeline courteously. The music picks up in tempo and our conversation dwindles as we again focus on our dancing. Later, Rod and I make our rounds around the throne room, accepting congratulations from everyone. The last people we see that night are the tavern goers, who offer us the most heartfelt well wishes. Time passes swiftly, and before we know it, the clock strikes midnight. Later, the group of us stand by the palace gates for the final goodbye of the night. Well, it's been fun, but we ought to get back. We have lessons tomorrow. Waltz yawns. I'm sure the students are going to be more energetic than both of us combined tomorrow. Which is why we should be getting back. We're in charge of setting a good example. Dolores faces with a smile. But the sleepiness will be worth it. I can't believe you proposed in front of all those people. Oh, Dolores, stop teasing. Parfait beams at us. We're really so happy for you both. Rod looks away embarrassed. Dolores sidles closer to me. Oh my god, I can't read, I can't speak, I can't do anything, y'all. She leans close enough to whisper. I still remember the bossy princess turned maid I accompanied around the palace. You've grown so much since then. I'm proud of you, Lucette. Even teasing as they are, I can tell the words are sincere. Thank you for everything, Delora. We watch everyone walk back into the darkened tavern until we can see them no more. And then... It was nice to catch up with everyone, but is there a reason that grumpy kid wasn't here? I know who he means immediately. Cinna, the heir to the Lucius? Rod shrugs. He receives an invitation, same as everyone else. I shake my head with a sigh. He is very temperamental. I think I'm going to need to prevent him more before he decides to grace us with his presence. Temperamental? Sounds like a certain princess I know. Rod scowls. Says the most temperamental, overdramatic prince in this world. I am terribly offended. I cross my arms. Never mind, Cinna. You and Lance will be staying with us for the next 2 days, correct? Claude nods. I figure I may as well take a break from my duties while I can. Girl, you always take a break from your duties. What do you mean? You mean the duties you always run from? Must you insist on being so rude? I laugh. Regardless of why you're here, this will be nice for Emmeline too. She and Prince Lance can spend some time together. And what of me? Has no one missed my company? Before Rod can say anything snarky, I nudge him and speak for myself. No, it is good to have you here, Claude. Just don't expect us to spend that much time with you. I know. I suppose I would just be unwanted company now that you two are engaged. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing at all. Claude tips his head. Tonight was fun, but it's getting late, so I shall excuse myself. Good night, darlings. Claude excused himself with a little bow, and Rod and I returned to the palace shortly after. Rod and I walk through the hallways hand in hand. Everything is quiet until Rod mumbles something beneath his breath. I look at him curious. What was that? I just remembered something that I was going to bring up earlier. Oh? I happened over your conversation you were having with some noblewoman earlier. You were eavesdropping. You were talking about me. I was really happy to hear you thought I was hardworking. It goes without saying. Still, it means a lot to hear you say it because everything I do, you do for me. Yes, I know, and I will always be grateful. There's no need for that. I do it because I want to. He leans forward to kiss my lips, but thank you, Lucette. We both pause as we come to my bedroom door. Normally this is where we part ways. Now neither of us moves. Oh my god. Oh my god, are they gonna do the nasty? Oh my god. I love it for them. I know it's late, but I'd like to spend some more time with you. He suddenly looks embarrassed or nervous. Me too. Perhaps we can take a stroll through the garden, or... But she said, what do you want to do? But I asked what you wanted to do. And now I'm asking you. Relationships are give and take after all. I don't care what we do. I just want to spend more time with you. I want to catch up for all the lost time. And then come spend some time with me in my room. Are you sure? I look at him quizzically. Yes, it's just my room, not some hidden chamber. I nudge him playfully as I open the door. I call on servants to make some more tea and set it down on the table when it arrives. Rod looks uncharacteristically nervous. I notice he glances everywhere but at my bed. This should not be so awkward. I decide to break the silence. So, how are your sword practices going? I shake my head when Rod startles. You don't think I'd forget, do you? No, there's just been so much on my mind I forgot. He picks up his teacup gingerly sips at the steaming liquid inside. Oh my god. They're going well. Not so well as I would want to challenge anyone to a sword fight, but I'm getting better at least. He looks at me seriously. Someday I'll be able to protect you. Rod, I have magic. I can protect myself. I know, but I don't. And I want us to be able to protect each other. He exhales softly. I'm sorry again for keeping those practices a secret. I just wanted to surprise you. How am I meant to celebrate your successes if I do not know what you've been doing? Rod nods. That's a fair point, but I told you I wasn't going to keep any more secrets, and I mean it. I'll hold you to it. Maybe I'll even come watch you practice. Rod flushes. I wouldn't recommend that. The two of us continue our talk until our teeth depleted. By that time, my body is heavy with exhaustion, and all I want to do is sleep. It's late. I should go now. The moment Rod stands, I take his hand. Lucette, I would like for you to stay with me tonight. He stares at me. I would like to hold you tonight. Oh my god, Lucette! Get it, girl? Oh my god. The words make heat pull in the core of my stomach, but I continue speaking. I would just like to sleep next to you. It's been so long since I've seen you. I'm here to stay now. I know, but... Rod squeezes my hand with a gentle smile. I want to stay with you tonight and whenever you'll have me. And I'll do whatever you're comfortable with. Rod, oh my god, you dirty dog. Whatever I'm comfortable with. I stand and before I can react, I pull him toward the bed. Lucette. I fall backwards. Rod topples over me. For a few moments, the two of us lay there, staring at each other, feeling each other's rapid heartbeats through our palms. Then I kiss him. A soft kiss at first, but then a deeper one. Intoxicating heat floods my body. Let the feeling carry me away as Rod leans into me, trailing kisses down my lips to my collarbone. He pauses breathless. I love you, Lucette, with all my heart. I love you too, Rod. After a time, all the kisses blur together. The last thing I'm aware of as I fall asleep is Rod's body curled around mine. Oh my god. The news of our engagement spreads quickly. Now that we all know Rod and I will be married in the future, his lessons with the king and knights resume again in earnest. The two of us still have a long way to go before we're ready for marriage, but now, finally, the path is cleared, and I plan to enjoy every moment walking it with Rod. We have a bright future ahead of us, for Rod and I, but also for our kingdom. Okay, so that is it. And I will see you guys again for chapter 6. Hopefully sometime this week. I'm really hoping to get this done this week. Just so that way I don't feel as bad for kind of leaving those who do want to watch this hanging for at least one character's story. Alright, well thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you on the next one. Bye!